Hello and welcome to some ridiculously long titled YouTube video, something like how to set up your WoW UI using ElvUI, a Razer Tartarus / Orb-Weaver, and a Naga with arenas in mind, ? I don't know, it's going to be something ridiculous because there's so much that I want to cover, although it shouldn't take very long probably. So I did a video like this years ago now probably, talking about setting up the Razer Orb-Weaver, or I'm sorry, Tartarus, and since then a lot has happened. I've played a lot of WoW on and off, and I've really changed it a little bit to more my liking, especially with arenas. It was super important, especially as a healer. So I wanted to make an update video just to kind of show you guys what I'm doing now, hopefully help some of you out. So we'll just jump into it. Number one, I will have profiles in the description for ElvUI, my keybinds, like the Naga, the Orb-Weaver, whatever, just in case you'd rather download them than set them up yourself. And I don't know that I've set up ElvUI the best. I'm still playing with it. Just came back like a month ago or a couple weeks ago, something like that, and I said, you know what, I'm going to completely redo my keybinds, I'm going to completely redo my UI. I've been using like Xperl or Zperl for years and years and years, so I have to unbreak all these habits. I've been using mouse over macros, so I'm going to try to break those habits. And yes, I know that I am AFKing in here, I'm going to die, I am scum, but I'd rather PvP, not PvE. What can I say? You know, oh well, it is what it is, I'll just die. So first off, what I want to show you here is the way I have the Orb-Weaver set up. I have made this super sweet graphic that's really hard to set up. You're welcome. So you can see on the left is stock, left on the or the image on the right is how I set it up. So essentially you'll see you've got Control, Shift, and Tab over here on the left-hand side. I put it that way because it's really easy for my pinkies to just hit Control and Shift naturally, and then Tab I use my index finger. I'm left-handed, obviously, and then. So I have 1, 2, and 3, 4 on the bottom, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. I'm not using this very top row. It's just too hard for me to reach reliably. I haven't trained myself for it, and I don't care enough to. Maybe someday. Anyway, and then Q, W, E, and 5. So obviously there's no S keybound. We're talking about arenas. Don't be a backpedaler unless you're a hunter, in which case it's fine. Just pop cooldowns, whatever. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have those kind of set up for my bars here to look the same way. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom, 6, 7, 8, 9 at the top, and then 5 on the side. It matches the way that I would hit it on my fingers. Which really helps me remember what key that I'm trying to hit. It's really good to train, because the biggest issue I had was like, how do I set up this thing? Like, how do I possibly use this? I tried using this stupid like little thing on the side as a joystick to move around. It's just miserable. I tried keybinding it. That's what I showed in my last video, and it just didn't work. So I trashed it. I don't use it anymore. What I do use though is this little key. I don't have it showing here, but this little bumper like type key at the top. I have that bound to, I think, equals. So like you'll see my mounts over here, equals, control equals. I've got a shift equals over there. So it's just kind of a convenient place to mount. And then I don't have an image for it, but on my Naga, the side keybinds, just like the 1 through 12, it's just the default, the number pad keys. I haven't changed those. What I did change though was the push left on the Naga opens the map, as you can see, and the push right opens the inventory. Just so you're aware, whatever, it's not a big deal, but if you do have the Naga, I think it's the 2016 or something, I don't remember the year, but yeah, anyway, it has the ones that'll, like, you can push the mouse wheel left and right. It's just convenient for me. It's really nice. I don't have to waste those keybinds, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so I showed you the image I made. I will upload the profile there. You can see how it's set up in the UI. So let's kind of look at how I have the bars set up. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right here. Those are my main keys, right? In the middle, I've got my mouse wheel. So I've got mouse 3, so clicking in the mouse button, and then control mouse 3, so clicking in, control click that middle mouse button. I then have control mouse wheel up and control mouse wheel down. Those are just really easy. I haven't bothered doing shift for those yet. I probably could like change that into 8 and just add shift, or 7, whatever it might be, add shift to those. I haven't done it yet. It's not a big deal. I haven't noticed a lack of keybinds, so it's probably not a big deal. Then on the right-hand side, I basically have what I did on the left, except opposite. So it's the same thing, Control 1 through Control 9. It just has the control modifiers, as you can see. So that's the only difference. And then below, I've got shift. And because I've gotten more used to the way that this looks and works and feels, I don't need to do it in that same setup, and I don't use shift as often. As you can see, I don't have a lot there right now, and like these honor talents are just placeholders. I'm not even using them right now, so I can still keybind those. They're just not as important. The real big change that I've made coming back to WoW this time is these keybinds. So I've keybound the Naga on the left and right hand side. You can see it's just like the Naga would be with number pads 1 through 9. The left hand side is just no modifier, and the right hand side is control modifier. Again, I haven't bothered to set up a shift. I could if I wanted to, I just haven't needed the keybinds. So this is how I have it right now for simplicity's sake, and also just aesthetically pleasing. The big thing though is, as you can see, I'm on a Mistweaver Monk right now, so 1 through 3 on my keypad are just like my damage spells. I tried putting those on shift, but it's really hard for me to reach. So I just put them up there. And then what I'm also trying to do, like on my other classes, as you can see, I've got 3 paralyses here, and essentially it's going to target your arena 1, 2, and 3. So like if I look at my macros, if I can even find them quickly, you can see essentially I've got arena 2, arena 1, and arena 3. So it's the same kind of thing on the other side. It's just for party. I try to keep the enemies on the non-modifiers and then party on control. So if I'm in an arena or whatever, I can just quickly click number 4. You can see I'm spamming it, and that'll go on the arena 1 target. You know, in 5 will go 2, and in 6 will go 3. I found this to be working really, really well for me, and I don't have to target them. It's great for interrupting. And then same thing over here for the mostly party side. It's where the modifiers are. So I'm trying something new on this one where control 1, control 2, and control 3 will target party 1, party 2, and party 3. That way I don't have to click them. I haven't really started using that too much yet, because again, I'm trying to break so many years of bad habits. But that's the idea, is I'll be able to like click control 1. I'm not party 1 because I'm in a raid, but like let's just assume they clicked me, and I can click, oh hey, start healing or whatever, and then click party 2 and start healing my other party member. So that's the idea. Same thing with like my big cooldown. So I've got Life Cocoon on party 1, party 2, and party 3, and then Dispel on party 1, party 2, and party 3. So that's the general idea. You know, I used to use mouse over keybinds, like this Detox, for instance, and Renewing Mist. They're all still mouse overs. I might have to play around with the keybinds, but I think you get the general idea of what I'm trying to do here, and that's what's important. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, so for ElvUI, the way I have it set up, let me just show you the anchors here. So the way I've got it set up is basically, okay, so I used to use X-Pearl, Z-Pearl, whatever you want to call it, like I said, and it had all like the general party frames on the very top left of the monitor, right, with the target like right next to it. So I was staring at the party frames more than I was actually looking at what was going on, and it was really easy to like tunnel vision or whatever, right, because you're just staring in the corner of a screen. So what I did was I moved my player and target frames down here in the middle next to all my action bars, so I can see my cooldowns, I can see the health, and I can see what's going on all in the middle of the screen. And then I put the party frames on the left, or raid frames, and then you can't see it here, but my Gladius is set up on the right hand side where the party frames would be. So everything is really in this like little square right here on the screen as I'm playing. And I am on an ultra wide monitor, if you're wondering. So if you use my ElvUI profile, I don't know if it saves the position. You might have to mess with that a little bit. Not the end of the world. Okay, so we went through ElvUI, we went through the Tartarus setup, talked about the Naga. So I think that's about it, you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not gonna, like last time I opened up the Razer software and kind of showed you how it was done. Instead, this time I'm simply just gonna upload the profiles. You can import those if you want to, and you'll be good. If you have questions, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'm happy to help however I can. Other than that, have a great day, you guys.